Attention, go. Class is now in session. Education, information, informative to oneself. Young black boy, history, past, present.
Can't stop, ma. You ain't got time. Erase my mind, but still I shine, and it gets to me. But thinking about our history, they took away our books. Now everything seems like a mystery. We went from having gold to being sold. Now we fighting for the right to save our souls. Just remember, we're still mad ill. They kill Emmett Till. If we all stand together, we create Black Shield.
Education of 146,000 days, 400 years, mysterious tears, scars bound to stay. Culture stolen, reprimanded, names thrown away. Revolutionist movement came because this was bound to change. Chains, shackled, obtained, pronounced slaves. Separation of families and crucified in the rain. Brainwashed to believe there was no hope to attain. Then we staged the war and the victory we have claimed. Black education, artillery, know your history. Because an ignorant soul is only a mystery. One hand, one soul, one stand, one goal. United as one army and divided if we fold. Black shields, new mission. Black shields, one vision. Black shields, reliving. Black shields, the times we living in. Because it was MLK, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and the rest of war paved the way. Digest, materialized education of our emancipation. Proclamation of our freedom in the sacred pages. Inform yourself of the movement and its many stages. Don't take this biased respect to all different races. Just educate yourself of all the many different phases. Black shields, black love, must improve our situation.
Can't stop, ma. You ain't got time. Erase my mind, but still I shine, and it gets to me. I'm thinking about our history. They took away our books. Now everything seems like a mystery. We went from having gold to being sold. Now we fighting for the right to save our souls. Just remember, we're still mad ill. They kill Emmett Till. If we all stand together, we create Black Shield. Can't stop, ma. You ain't got time. Erase my mind, but still I shine, and it gets to me. I'm thinking about our history. They took away our books. Now everything seems like a mystery. We went from having gold to being sold. Now we fighting for the right to save our souls. Just remember, we're still mad ill. They kill Emmett Till. If we all stand together, we create Black Shield. Cotton fields to the bill, Saints in New Orleans. I'm here to tell you about a legacy that has been stolen. Actually, this is a message if they laugh at me. I spit something that shake their ass about an apathy. My elders told me age 7, get your education. You gotta take it, son, they ain't gonna give you reparations. I did that college shit and I'm
spitting knowledge on another continent. I'm blasting off like I'm a rocket ship.
Fred Hampton, Huey P, remember Stephen Biko, Patrice Lumumba, and Kwame Nkrumah for the people. Nat Turner, David Hill, even Bobby Seale. I bet Malcolm X and Martin, they dreamed of Emmett Till. Revolution of self, elevate the mind state. Boost up the reading score, down with the crime rate. Clown with the nouns great, profound and it sound great. Marching all in unison until we make the ground shake. One love, one stance, one God, one aim. Reverse mental conditioning until we all become sane. Whenever you say something real, they always coming after you like Dracula. Still say unify the diaspora. Senegal to Detroit, Eskimos and the Haitians. Compton to Berlin, Hawaii to the Bayesians, the Europeans and Asians. Be patient, staging a worldwide city and listen. Black Shield, new mission, can't stop.
All right, top of the top, top of the top, top of the top, top of the top, top of the 10 and then 10 bit. All right, so microphone check, good. You know what I mean? We on. All right, so top of the top and happy Malcolm Tuesday to y'all. You know, it ain't really my usual top of the top morning time, you know what I mean, when I'm rapping with y'all and shit like that, but you know, we still here. All right, so first of all, you know, you tapped into the Make a Culture Move podcast, you know, to be more specifically the top of the top with King Phillip, where I talk about the issues within our community that I'm not supposed to talk about. You know, in the minute I start talking about them, those within our own community who is living this life, that's the thing, they are living a lifestyle that I'm just talking about and shit that they don't like how they're living. And instead of them trying to change something about it, you know what I mean, they want to take their frustrations and stuff out at me. I'm saying all that to say, man, don't do that. That ain't gonna turn your life situations around. That ain't gonna make your circumstances better by coming at me with your frustrations on how you living, nigga. Turn that shit ass, you know what I mean? Move around with that shit. Do something differently. Change it. So now when I do talk about these things, you won't be included in that. Simple as that. Look inside to try to make them changes within. Don't look outward. All right. I'm also saying I ain't have to go out and do a whole lot of research to back up what I'm saying. I got a lived experience in this community, and a lot of the things that I'm talking about, I am currently experiencing, or I have experienced firsthand, or I know somebody who has experienced it firsthand. That's as deep as I'm gonna go. If I don't know somebody who don't experience that shit firsthand, I'm not gonna talk about it. I ain't gonna discuss it because I don't, it don't connect to me directly. So if it don't hit me directly, or if I don't know somebody that it don't hit them directly firsthand, then I don't mention it. You know what I mean? That's the extent to the depth of this disclaimer. All right. Um this if we gonna get into it, let me go ahead and do my little run through. Go ahead and check out our website. We still working on getting it updated and stuff like that. Makeachessmove.org. Hold on, there go right there. Makeachessmove.org. All right, and check out our social medias. You can search at Macam303, all things social at Macam303, or you can type in the URLs. You know what I mean? As you can see, as you can see, as you can see, as you can see, shoot over your IGs to us too. You know what I mean? Shoot over, so we can pump them things with the East End Vision _ apparel. Get you some of them bedazzles from Gems for Queens. Intimate, fast, not slow. And my man B over there at the End Game Associations, man, I fuck with B. I fuck with the whole movement. You know what I mean? They big with the chess shit, but they want to put some kind of educational sense behind it as well for us. And the thing is, there's not a lot of people who's I would even say versed in that cryptocurrency world. You know what I mean? And that's another means of making it. All right. So there's so many ways of making it. All right. So don't be so close-minded to one thing, or you bring your bias from an old experience into a new experience that has nothing to do with your old experience. Keep that shit that away. That shit is not the wave. All right. And make sure you holla at Body Love by Tal. Get you some good old Body Love by Tal. You know what I mean? Period. All right. So I'll be doing my thing with this run through. So it has came to my attention. I mean, it's not new. It's not something that I didn't predict or even, you know what I mean? I mean, folks are so predictable. I'm gonna say that. All right. And let me go ahead and preface this conversation. All right, what's the best way? For those that know me, for those who work with me directly, I mean, y'all know what type of nigga I am. Y'all know how I am when it comes to this here work thing. All right. Y'all know what y'all know what to grind my gears. Y'all know the late shit. Phillip don't like that late shit. You know what I mean? So y'all better just not coming. You know what I mean? But if you work with me, at the same time, man, Phillip, he one of the coolest niggas to work with. Period. He ain't always on my back. He ain't micromanaging shit. He just check in, tap in, that type of shit. Phillip, he ain't always on the nigga's helmet and shit like that. But I'm saying all that to say, I bring a certain energy when we do this here work. And the crazy thing is, I prefer working with youth. And there's a reason why I prefer working with youth. Because I don't have to deal with adult shit. I don't have to deal with adult issues when I'm working with youth. But the crazy part is that some of y'all adults are putting y'all's issues on these youth. They can be your kids, they can be your nieces, nephews, whatever the fuck the case may be. Where I'm getting to is, if I have a youth who wants to come to Macam, they want to be there. They want to be engaged, but they mama, they uncle, they aunt, they don't fuck with Phillip because of what Phillip has to say, because how Phillip speaks, because how Phillip don't sugarcoat they bullshit. You know what I mean? So because of what Phillip has to say, they like, oh no, you can't go over there and you can't go to Macam. Not knowing that they setting their kids up for failure. Not saying that Macam is the go-to for all, because it's not. I'm just saying it is a part of the solution. And right now, this youngin, you know, I'm speaking specifically of a couple of young men, you know what I mean, came through our program this summer and was shining. And was shining because they was in Macam every day. They was engaged. But at the same time, they do have to go home back to the bullshit that they like to leave. You know what I mean? They do have to go back home. And that's the sad fucking part, because I'm seeing the bullshit that they do have to go back home to. And that's the sad fucking part, because you got some mamas out here that's getting beat the fuck up by their boyfriends, with their kids hearing every argument through these thin paper thin ass walls. You know what I mean? They hearing every argument, they hearing every lick, they hearing everything. But the mama, she don't want to get rid of the boyfriend. The boyfriend don't want to, you know what I mean? And the kids, you know, they getting older. They're resenting this nigga. They're talking about harming this nigga. These are adult issues that we putting on kids. He can't even go to school because he's thinking about his mom getting hands put on by another nigga. He can't even focus on his work. He can't even stay awake in school because he's up all hours of the night, type of shit. Whatever y'all going through with y'all's boyfriend, leave y'all's little kids out of it. Leave y'all's kids out of it. They ain't got no place for adult issues. And like I was saying, when it comes to, you know, working, like there's you know, adults specifically, y'all make me sick. You make me vomit. You were scum between my toes. All right. But I'm saying there's underlying agendas. And I'm getting somewhere. All right. I'm getting somewhere because I recently, probably about, and the thing is, I run a business. It's a nonprofit organization, but it is a business nonetheless. You know, so and we're getting to the point right now where I'm just not, you know, what's up? You need a job? What's up? We ready? I'm not doing that shit no more. You know, I don't need to do that shit no more. All right. I don't need to just bring on anybody who says they need a job, or just bring on anybody who is in a situation. And that's the funny part. Y'all want to come fuck with Malcolm when y'all get into a situation, y'all catch a case, y'all went into the system and shit like that. But then the minute that y'all get out of that situation, y'all cut ties with Malcolm, y'all get back into some bullshit, and then y'all come right back to Malcolm when y'all get back into. So I'm not, you know, we're past, we got policies, we got procedures and everything in place right now. We are a business. So if you bring some nigga shit, some nigga attitude over to this business that I'm managing, I'm gonna move around just like these white folks would do. Don't come over here and bring no bullshit my way just because I'm a black business. All right. And specifically, this is what I'm talking about. All right. If you know that we have you hired on paper, again, I'm not the type to be all over your back. If you know your job, your role is, let's say, the chess instructor. If you know that we already have a curriculum that you just have to pull pieces together and put it into a format that fits you. If you know what you were supposed to do, if you know that you have to do something, if you know that we have the money to pay you to do something, but every other day you want to, oh, I got to run out of town. Oh, I got to run out of town. Or I'm just now getting back into town. I know I said that we was going to meet at this time. And again, mind you, I'm scheduling everything around people, everything around adults, everything. I always say, what time works best for you? I always say that because I'm in a position where I can move my schedule. I have more flexibility over my schedule. I do a lot of what I need to do in the wee hours of the morning that give me the flexibility throughout the day to do what I need to do. So I always ask folks, what works best for you? Because that leaves little room for excuses. So when the excuses arrive, then I know how I need to start moving differently. All right. It's simple. It's simple. You know, I do this shit just to see how people are moving. And if I see, like, again, I try to bring people on that was with Malcolm in the hard times when we wasn't making shit. We was splitting a one-person salary 3 ways. And that salary is probably like 25,000 for the year. And we splitting that bitch 3 ways. So I'm always trying to go back to folks who put in a whole lot of time to Malcolm. You know what I mean? Because we're in a position right now. We're in a good position right now. But the thing is, when I'm going back to these folks, they bring the energy like I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100. You know, people that they stepped off from Malcolm, and 3 years later we took the fuck off. So they come back to Malcolm with the same energy. Like, Malcolm ain't got shit going. Malcolm ain't got nothing there. Malcolm is just talk right now. I move around. You know, I ain't got no time to be trying to play with no adults and how they feeling about what we're doing. If I'm saying one thing, I can show you our budget. You can go on our website and see where we are financially. You can go on our website and see where we are financially. Our financials is on there. And again, we're one of the only nonprofits that do that. I remember once upon a time, it was mandatory for businesses, organizations, everything was mandatory for put their financials on their websites. You can go check our shit out. You know what I mean? But I'm saying all that to say, you know, when you work with Malcolm and I got to go out of town. I got to go out of town. I got to go out of town. You know, these out of town trips, when you're working with Malcolm, you gotta keep in mind the nigga game tight, real sharp. So all these out of town trips and you working with Malcolm talking about we got to make our next move our best move. We got to be mentors to the youth in our community so they can do this, that, and the third, and they can be successful. But we out here making out of town trips, and then we can't meet when we're supposed to. When you're supposed to, you know, you have a responsibility. So we move differently. So I had to let one of our facilitators go. Mind you, before I had brought her back in, I'm already hearing shit that she's been saying about me. I don't take none of that shit personal. I know who the fuck I is. Can nobody say anything about me that I don't know what I is? Intimate. So, you know, I went back to her and stuff like that. But so I had to let her go this time. The first 2 times she quit. You know what I mean? Because we ain't had a bread and stuff like that to keep her on and stuff like that. So she quit. She still got her keys. She quit. This time I had to let her go. Now she's telling her nieces and nephews not to fuck with Malcolm because of some adult shit. I mean, I can jig folks like, yeah, if I don't fuck with you, then my kids ain't gonna fuck with you. Or my nieces and nephews ain't gonna fuck with you if I don't fuck with you. I mean, I can jig that 110%. At the same time, we got to look at these situations. We got to look at the circumstance. What exactly did Phillip do to make you not fuck with him? Let's be honest with that now, because Phillip, he is solid as the fuck. I don't care what. I like to, you know, toot my horn on how solid I am. I like to toot that horn. You know what I mean? Because I do have a very good heart. My grandmother, she placed that bitch in there solid. So when folks go around saying this, that, and the third, that's why I don't shrink. That's why I don't, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just keep doing good. That's the bottom line. You know, I'm gonna keep doing good. I just don't have to keep doing good with the same folks who's doing me dirty. That's been my number one lesson. I've been trying to do good. I've been trying to come back with folks. I've been trying to repair relationships on shit that wasn't even mine to repair in the first place. You know, me, I just try to think of it in a sense of, you know, life is finite. All right, we don't have forever. We don't have all the days. So I try to repair shit just to, to ease my heart, to ease my feelings. So if something happened to that person, I would feel good still. You know what I mean? Like is but I'm to that point where, man, this shit is for the birds, especially you adults who be on that kid shit, because that shit is beyond me. And these kids, they want to do better. They be wanting to stay the fuck out the way. But now Malcolm, they can't come to Malcolm because they want to be somewhat loyal to you and your little dumbass adult decisions. So instead of coming to Malcolm out of school between the hottest times for the youth, which is between 3 and 6 o'clock, because parents are still at work, they're out of school, they don't have no place to go within that time. You don't want them to come to Malcolm. Oh, man. And mind you, if you were to go to Malcolm right now, if you were to go in our office off of 26th and between Vine and Race in the Dave Smith Realty building, you will see no family pictures of Phillip, no nothing of Phillip in Malcolm's office. Malcolm is bigger than Phillip. Phillip is, you know what I mean? Phillip is just tiny. Malcolm is bigger than Phillip. Don't make a poor ass decision based off of a relationship or a bridge that you burnt on your end with me. I ain't gonna treat your niece or nephew any kind of faulty. I don't know what the fuck that shit's about. These is the babies. Phillip don't have no ill will towards no babies. None of these babies out here. So if y'all think like you saying don't fuck with Malcolm because don't fuck with Phillip because he's gonna treat them. Nah, come on, you silly as shit. I don't even treat you differently. I still, hey, bye. It was good seeing you. I got too much good energy to absorb, you know what I mean? To absorb any of that nasty, fake, diluted all. Man, stop texting me. Y'all don't have to text me. I don't like fake check-ins. Stop texting me. That shit's for the birds too, but that's all I want to wrap on today. You know what I mean? Let's keep our adult shit to adults and let's let these babies remain babies. Let these babies focus on kids shit. Cartoons, drawing, playing sports, lemonade stands, figuring out how to motherfucking mow grass, shovel some snow, some kid shit. Stop putting y'all's relationship issues on the kids just by living a faulty, because y'all's kids see all this shit. Our babies see all this shit. Bills, that is none of the. If these babies come to Malcolm to work, it is not their motherfucking responsibility to pay any bills in that house. Kid shit, let's let these babies be babies. When they want to move out and shit like that, then you let them be adults. But stop trying to save little money. Stop trying to. Oh man, we gotta do better, black folks. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. All right, and getting mad at me for saying shit is not gonna help you get better. All right, but that's all I got. I'm gonna tap in with y'all. Peace.